I went to Orange Theory. Man, dude, Orange Theory is expensive. You ever go there?
Is like the bike thing.
Well, I don't know if it's $35 for an hour.
Wow, that is expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do it, most people do it like every day, right?
Well, they sell you like a 10 class pack. They really try to get you too.
Wow.
They'll be like, "Oh, we got the 10 class pack, and we got a special today, only $288." And it's like they just want to make that sale, man.
Wow. Can you imagine if you had to pay for the gym by visit?
And that's what they do. My girlfriend
crazy.
does it. People that are successful, they live a different life.
$12 for an entire month.
Yeah, but you don't
could
got
live there.
somebody giving you a cool nickname,
I guess, yeah. What's it actually like when you get in?
You go in, first off, they put this thing on my arm, the heart rate assessment thing, and I smell it from here. It smells like BO. I'm thinking, okay, so I was like, so is this procedure? She goes, oh, yeah, every new member's been wearing this. We started this 6 months ago. I'm like, dude, this is disgusting. Can you please take this off my arm? I had to scrub my arm. Yeah, it's like, dude. So they do that to get your heart rate right. Then they assess things. You meet with a trainer. Then they tell you what you got to work on,
It's just a guy like checking out your body.
Well,
like,
there are a lot of
this
girls.
one over here.
Yeah, it's a lot of girls. I didn't get that far, but I mean, I know what they would tell me,
But I mean, like they just like stand. The whole class is just standing up.
They put you on these weird scales, and then the scale tells you like how much your bones weigh, how much water you're holding, how much fat you have.
You gotta do this in front of everybody?
The scales are. No, they take you in a little corner.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. This feels like they know how much you're paying, and they're trying to make it seem like they're justifying it.
Right. They have this computer
this is just
thing.
extra shit. Yeah.
It prints out. It's like, look, just print out. I'm fat. I need to eat less.
Yeah, I know why I'm here.
That's what works.
Yeah. So how long? What's the actual like class though?
The class is no warm up at all. That's what was crazy, I thought, in my opinion.
No stretching.
No stretching, no physical warm up at all. You jump right in, and then you got like either the rowing machine if you're new. Maybe that's your warm up. They'll have you do the row machine. And it's like 15-minute intervals. So you'll be on the row machine for like 6 minutes maybe, or 3-4 minutes. You go hard. Then you go over to this dumbbell station and you do some dumbbell workouts, some other little stuff they made up. And then you go back to the row machine, then back to the dumbbell.
It's like a class though. So everybody's
It's a class. Everybody, there's like 2 groups, A and B. And they have like... they have like the more advanced people start off on the treadmills.
Is it like a cool environment at least? Does it look like a laser tag?
Yeah, it kind of does. How'd you know that? Yeah,
that's how they like. I see the outside. That's how they try to sell it. Looks like Tron or something.
It does look like laser tag.
Yeah.
They got the music going, and she's like, "Okay,
it's like a cool
guys,
vibe. Yeah.
Get on your rowing machines. Here we go. D's doing good." And then you start pumping it out. Then they come over and they tell you when you're doing stuff wrong, and and then you go over to the other one. It's like a big group effort. Everybody start clapping for D. He looks tired. Here we go, and now you run, and then and then you just da, 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 and
is it mostly, are these people in this class mostly like in shape people, or is there like a couple fat?
There's a mix. There's people that you could tell that just like work an office job. They're trying to change their lives. It's them and their boyfriend. And then there's the people that are just insanely into it. They got the pre-workouts, the protein. Oh, you knew?
Well, their outfit also looks like laser tag.
Oh yeah,
it's all shiny.
They got the nylon stuff. They love to act. You're new. You first class? Yeah. Oh no, my 8th class. And then they're acting like they're better than you.
Wow.
It's like, dude, what are you doing? And then when it comes time to pay, you realize they are better than you. It's like, I think I'm gonna hold off. And then this guy's buying a 10 class pack.
Wow.
There goes a spotted lanternfly crawling up the window.
Yeah, I've been seeing them too. Do you think if you had money, would this be your thing?
If I had money, I would do this stuff just for the hell of it. You know what's crazy? They meet at bars too. They're doing this social thing. My girl's going. I'm a little nervous. I'm like, I don't want to go in with all these athletes.
Right. These people got a nice gym membership.
And isn't this the opposite of going to the gym?
Well, I think that's why people join a class like this as opposed to just going to the gym. Is that it's like a social thing. So you'll meet people and, somebody to meet outside work.
Yeah.
A lot of people just kind of go home after work.
Right.
So it's like you either do this or you like some people like join like a softball league or something.
Yeah.
So I guess, you gotta do something.
Yeah, gotta do something.
Just kind of an excuse, I guess, to get together.
But yeah, so they're all working out. They do it all, man. I would do it just to be like that guy. Like if I had a Manhattan apartment, I'm going to.
But you would do that
Theory.
instead of going to Equinox?
I would do a little bit of both, maybe.
But I mean like if
you have unlimited money.
Right. But I mean like you want to be like lifting weights and like doing real shit, right? Not like.
I think this place would be a good place if I needed something to spark me into it. Like right now, if I were to just go there every class, every day, I guarantee you I'd be fit in like 3 weeks because, dude, you do sweat. I mean, I was sweating.
Yeah, but do you think it's something that you just don't have the discipline to just do yourself in the gym? Because you could just go to the gym and get on the rowing machine and then
but I just haven't been doing it. They make it fun.
Yeah.
You go with somebody,
Yeah, you guess you hold each other responsible, whatever.
Yeah. They make it fun.
I can't do class anything like that.
Yeah?
It's so like embarrassing to me.
Plus, we'd have the same nickname. They actually put me in as David.
Yeah.
Even though my name's Dominic.
It's just like anytime I see like CrossFit, like boot camp people on the street.
Yeah.
Where it's just like 12 people and then there's one guy behind them yelling at them to do push-ups or something.
Running with a tire.
And they're doing like wind sprints and it's like everybody looks like they're miserable, but they're also like proud of themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I just go to the gym. I'll do what I got to do. But it's like, I can't have somebody else looking at me doing this. This is weird.
They had this thing in Harlem they were doing, and it was called, I think it was called like, I don't know, Harlem, like, Harlem Hard Bodies or something.
Yeah.
It was like some CrossFit outside thing. But the dude clearly wasn't a trainer. He had people doing stuff that made no sense.
Well,
like,
you're just doing it to like make them feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
It's just punishing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's just like do squats, but with one leg instead of two.
Yeah, dude, I was watching it. Like, dude, the trainers, this dude is not a trainer. Like, these people are going to hurt their back up. Like, He had them running around like dogs.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, do the Rottweilers. And then the people are just, I just sat there and watched it. It was in the pandemic. We had nothing else to do.
I think there are some people who really see exercise as a punishment.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this can't be fun. If this is fun, then I'm clearly not doing it right. So it's like, I got to pay a guy just to make me feel like miserable. It's almost like a fetish or something.
Yeah, I used to love it, man. I used to be so into it, I'd be mad if I didn't work out one day.
Right. But no, that was like you were just in the gym.
Yeah, but it was a lot easier because I was skinnier. It's easier when you're fit.
Right.
Getting in shape
just keeping
is
it going. Yeah, you're just maintaining at that point.
Like, you've never been out of shape, so I don't know if it's ever...
I've never been like fat, but I've never like been also like real... I always feel like if I wanted to, I try to stay in good enough shape that if I actually wanted to get in shape, it would only take like a month.
Yeah.
I'm always like a month out.
I remember when
I've
you
never
were
actually
going
gotten in. Well, I mean, that's always like hit or miss, but I've never gotten so far out that I'm not still in contention.
But you got, one time you were like eating chicken breast every day. You were up like 4 pounds. Yeah. Well, the boxing, I think, is opposite. You'll lose weight.
I mean, like you feel like boxing. You feel like you're like, you get the shoulder muscles.
Yeah.
You're getting like that, like head movement.
You could always tell a boxer because they're built like this.
Yeah.
Every boxer,
And they're not like weightlifter guys either. So it's like, very natural style of muscle, I think.
But you were beefing up. Remember that for a minute?
A little bit.
Were you doing the protein shakes too or no?
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing that I struggle with is being able to keep. I can do, if like the gym, the only reason I don't go to the gym more is because it's crowded and I don't like dealing with that. If the gym wasn't crowded, I could lift weights every day.
Right.
I would love it. But the one thing I would struggle with is always going to be the chicken breast thing. That shit sucks.
That's that movie script diet.
That's miserable to me. I can't do protein shakes. I can't do like chicken and broccoli diet.
I can't wait till these kids go back to school so I can go
God.
back to the gym. Dude, this has been ridiculous.
I don't know what somebody, like maybe the government gave Planet Fitness a bunch of money where it's like take care of these teenagers over the summer.
Right.
I don't know what they do. What they're letting teenagers work out for free.
Right.
It's like who is this benefiting?
Bro,
and
my
it's just
gym's
like
ruined.
8 guys, 8 like 14-year-olds around the bench press just like hanging out.
Dude, you're right.
Just screwing around lifting 35 pounds. And it's
6
like,
hours.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Right.
Go do something.
We have one dude in our gym. Kind of dude you could tell dude used to be jacked. And he still has like a little bit of the meat on him, but either way, this dude was probably like a major bodybuilder at one point in time in his life. He's an older man.
Yeah.
And he he don't play for that. He like controls the whole gym. Even the workers are like, yo man, Ross, we ain't gonna argue with Ross.
It's like jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta there's gotta be an order.
Dude, he comes over. He goes, what y'all doing? Been on this bench all day. None of y'all tired yet. I'm going to show you how to do it.
Yep.
And then these kids were rowing. He goes, you stand over. Hit your set. Hit it. And then this kid's all shaking. Dude, he's like, look, 5 minutes you shaking.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Well, they gotta the problem is you're talking about Blink Fitness.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Planet Fitness. Is like those guys like that belong at like a shitty gym.
Right.
Where it's just no air conditioning, just a bunch of rusty ass weights.
The kid's spending all day on the bench, or that built dude?
The built dude.
Yeah.
The built dude, those guys are
a YMCA somewhere.
Well, it's called like Ricky's.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go up, it's like upstairs.
Yeah, there's no rules at Ricky's.
Well, there's just like, it's all rusty. There's no air conditioning, just one of those big fans. It's like this big.
Yeah, it's all loud.
It's all humming. Yeah. You pay like $12 cash every month.
Yeah.
A guy just puts it in his pocket and you just show up. There's only a men's locker room.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Everybody's wearing jeans or something.
Yeah,
it's just dudes. Yeah, just dudes hitting the bench.
Yeah,
they don't make those gyms anymore. That's the problem. I think people are getting sued or something.
Yeah,
that's why now if you go to every gym has to be Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
So now it's just you go to the gym and there's just like it's all treadmills and elliptical bullshit.
I got thrown out. I got banned from all Planet Fitnesses. I mean, I'm sure they don't know in New York, but in Ohio, dude, they took it so serious. When Planet Fitness first opened, I grunted. I made out a noise. And they threw me out.
The lunk alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were too much of an alpha male.
Yeah. I went.
What'd you do?
I just let out a little.
You were like bench pressing.
Me and my friend were doing these preacher curls strip sets, and dude, I was just like and dude, everybody stopped and looked at me. It's when Planet Fitness was new.
Wow.
The trainer came over. They said, excuse me, that's the second noise you made.
You're making me uncomfortable.
I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. They're like, yeah, because you gotta leave. And I thought they were joking.
Wow.
You gotta leave right now.
Yeah, we don't want your $10.
Yeah, and I got kicked out. I tried coming back and apologizing.
Jeez. Well, I mean, I think you still made it out okay. Yeah, I don't think you need Planet Fitness in your life that bad.
Yep, Youngstown Planet Fitness. My cousin went there. He goes, dude, hey man, I signed in Leonelli, and the dude remembered you. I'm like, bro, it was like 6 years ago.
Wow, they probably got your picture up behind the counter. It's like this man cannot get in shape.
And then it was either that or I had my motorcycle and I kept doing burnouts in the parking lot afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
But, I'm sure that didn't help.
Yeah.
I was going, I work out all day.
I can definitely tell you the rules have loosened at Planet Fitness since then.
Yeah, because, dude, look at what the kids are doing.
Well, look what everybody's doing.
I see them banging on the windows, flipping me off from the upstairs.
Yeah, well, they're just like hanging out, like playing freeze tag or something up there. It's a mess.
It seems like your Planet Fitness, though, has cooler people. Like, when I go to my spot, people are more reserved. I see a lot of people.
No, my place is like party.
Yeah,
dude. This is a Puerto Rican birthday.
I see them hanging out. Yeah, dude. Yep. They're outside.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you barbecue a little bit outside. You go in, hang out for a little bit.
People are selling shirts at your Planet Fitness.
You take a shower, talk to your brother on WhatsApp for a while.
Yep. Dude, that sounds about right.
There's loud-ass conversations happening everywhere. Oh, yeah.
Use the internet. Yeah. That's why I wanted to go to your Planet Fitness. When I was single, I was like, bro, this would be good for me.
Blink is better than Planet
Fitness.
Think? Yeah. I mean, you go to Planet Fitness, you're trying to start a family.
Yeah. True.
These women don't play.
The Blink, though, dude, I'm telling you, maybe Planet Fitness is the same. The amount of children. Right now, if you just went there right now, there's 6-year-olds. People just drop their kids off.
God.
I don't get it, dude.
Animals.
It's like, it's always the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. It's like people just drop their kids off at the gym.
Well, I mean, like, you got kids and you got stuff to do. I guess you want to leave them somewhere. Yeah, I end up at the library, same thing. Just drop your kids off, let them run free.
People do that at the library. Oh, man.
People do it in movie theaters.
Oh, yeah, dude. Movie theaters all day.
They'll pay a bunch of money to drop their kids off and let them play.
I try to escape it. Doing comedy, like, at these day shows and these cruise ships, you get people drop their kids off there.
Yeah.
And they're just in the front. I got to babysit them. I get off the ship. I go to the gym. People dropped off the kids.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be Burger King and McDonald's. Remember back in the day?
Like the play area?
The fun zones.
Yeah.
People drop their kids off there all day. I'll be back in an hour.
What's crazy is that there's so much talk now about pedophiles and about kids being trafficked and kidnapped. Everybody on TikTok is worried. They're like,
Right.
oh, you go into a Target parking lot now. Everybody's getting snatched. And it's like, if that's true, then why is everybody just leaving their kids' places?
I mean, it's always the one you don't hear about.
Wouldn't that make you want to not just leave your
I'll tell
keep
you
your
what,
eye on your kids? What are you doing?
I wonder in New York how that happens, because I just seen a 4-year-old on the train by themselves. I didn't feel comfortable. I'm like, somebody, this ain't
This
right.
kid's been traveling since he was 2.
Right.
He's going to his job.
Dude, it wasn't right, though.
Yeah.
It was just on the L train coming to our stop. For about 4 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that kid's doing fine.
Yeah.
I mean, this must just be a regular thing for him.
And you know what?
I'd rather see that than dropping him off at the gym.
Yeah, I see him on the train. I don't know.
He's got places to be.
Yeah, the kid's going to
This
school.
he's moving with the purpose.
He's gonna go see his dad.
He's not just hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him dropped off young, man. It's people, but the cool thing is, like, in New York, it's a bigger city. There's enough people. Like, if you see a kid on a bench, and if somebody, like, if I just went up and talked to the kid, somebody else is gonna be like, "Yo, man, the hell
what
you
are
doing?"
talking about? Yeah, that kid's Chinese. You're white.
Yeah, why are you
not a
talking
good
to
look.
him? Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, mind your business.
But I don't know, maybe that's why you see more of it in New York. Ohio, they don't do that. They ain't dropping their kids off.
Yeah, you just leave them in the backyard.
Yeah, in Ohio, you just leave them in the house.
Yeah.
Lock the doors. Don't answer the door for nobody.
Yeah. Mama needs her medicine.
Yeah, I mean, people look out for kids. That's why, like, when I see all these prison shows where they have some kid going in there, he's like, I've been locked up since I was 14. Isn't that the best scenario? If you're going to prison, I'd much rather go in the prison when I'm 14 opposed to going in the prison when I'm 18. Because, listen, one thing about prison, they hate pedophiles. Nobody's going to try to do nothing messed up to you.
Well, I think
14.
if you're 14, you probably go into juvie.
Well, but there's people getting in real prison.
Well, I mean,
like that.
it depends what you did, I think.
Yeah, murder.
I think if you're under like 14, 16, you still go to kids jail where they still fuck with you.
Yeah.
But I think that whole it's one thing about, like, obviously you're not gonna get assaulted, raped or something if you're a kid, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to be a kid in regular jail.
Yeah.
I still think there's consequences
I
to be
feel
paid.
like people would protect you.
Nah.
They'd try to be your father in there.
Yeah, right.
I know a kid, man,
You
2
shall
brothers, bro, both got locked up, 18 and 19, 25, no parole.
Wow.
And their dad told me, he goes, yeah, I was never really in their life. And now they're locked up. I went to go see them. They told me they got a new daddy now.
Wow.
And they got a dad in there, I guess.
I mean, I guess if your kids are going to get locked up, you want them to at least be together, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hanging out. You
they're
got
in
somebody
the
to
same
hang out
yards. Yeah, they're in the same prison. 2 brothers.
with. Wow.
It does work out. They're Muslims now.
What if one of them ended up joining, like, the white gang, the other one went Mexican?
Yeah, I think
it's a family drama right there.
Yeah, they'd have to fight each other. The one could go Mexican. He looks Mexican. The other one, it's hard to believe that the Muslims accepted him.
Yeah.
I guess they just take anybody.
Yeah, they need a guy.
Yeah, I know, dude. They used to tell me their stories. I knew early on they're going to prison.
Wow.
He would tell me his mom, like his neighbors were dating his mom, and he's like, yeah, it's weird because I grew up with them. They're around my age. Like when he was 17, 18, he ended up getting hit by a car, and his parents never took him to the doctor, so he just walked weird the rest of his life.
Wow.
Yep. He's like, they said I'll heal.
What did they get locked up for?
Murder.
Oh, yeah.
They gave a kid a ride. First off, these kids were in slow classes. I know the type. I was with them. I worked with them. I worked with their dad. And, they got in the place sweeping floors just like I did. There was this, like, thing you could leave slow classes and go sweep floors places.
Wow.
People would hire you. And then, they got in, and they were sweeping floors. And I told them, they didn't realize I knew them. I said, nah, I know you guys were in slow classes. They didn't want to admit it. Yeah. He's all like, no, I wasn't. You were in slow. I was like, I was. I was like, dude, you weren't in slow in front of everybody. This might have been what sparked it, because next day, dude shoots somebody.
Wow.
Everybody's all around. We're at lunch. I'm like, dude.
This guy's trying to act like he's like the smart one or something.
Yeah, he's trying to act like he's got.
No, I read books.
Right. I was like, dude, if you weren't in slow classes, what's 7 times 14?
Wow.
And then this dude threw all his food, started throwing punches in the air. You know how them street dudes do. Wow. He's like, I never had no education, bro. It's like a breakdown.
Wow.
I was like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm hugging him. I felt bad. I was like, I'm dumb too.
I also don't know what it is. I don't know what that shit is. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know either.
I only know 7's up to 8.
Yeah. 7 times 7, Bobby. 7 times 7's the easy one. It's 49.
You do that twice.
So anyways, he went to go buy some weed, and he thought the dude, I guess they tried to rip the dude off, or they thought the dude ripped him off.
Wow.
But, so his friend was like, no, let's go back. This ain't weighed right. So he takes him back. And then the dude their friend shot this dude.
Oh, wow.
Killed him. Doesn't say nothing to the people in the car. It was like in the wintertime, the 2 brothers.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, bet. He got it right. Boom. They go home. A neighbor got the license plate number. And they were all over the news the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, their dad went on the news. He's like, just turn yourselves in. One turned himself in right away. One went to the airport and tried to hide out. But, I don't know the full story. To me, it would be messed up if they didn't know what was going on. Their friend shoots somebody. Now they're each doing 25 years because of that. Maybe there's more to the story, but evidently that's what happened.
Well, I'm sure the cops try to get everybody to snitch on everybody else.
Well, the one
Deals
kid
get made.
tried to be his own lawyer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're going down a bad.
Wow.
Once you get in that habit.
Especially you were already in slow classes.
Right.
Clearly, you're not made for law school.
Yeah, dude.
There's a reason why. Yeah, that's a postgraduate degree.
So the other kid, they cut him a deal. He's trying to fight it now. They said, just plead guilty. Say you knew about it, and we'll get you off easy.
Wow.
25 years, no parole.
Jeez.
It's crazy. I know a dude that I went to school with that ran somebody over on purpose, did 10 years. I know another dude stabbed a dude to death, got 8 years for that. It's like these people gave you a ride in the same town.
Right.
Got 25 years.
So much of that stuff just comes down to kind of like what judge you get or something. A lot of that stuff's just luck.
I know them running didn't help.
Yeah, of course.
You go on that run, that's it, man.
Especially you're trying to go to the airport.
Why, of all places, it's like, bro, Greyhound. They don't question you at Greyhound. I was on a Greyhound, this bus, the dude's name was Sleep for real. His name. I didn't believe him. I'm like, dude, show me. I was like, no, it's not. Dude pulled out his ID. We, 8-hour bus ride. We became friends. Dude's name was Sleep. Sleep. I mean, he looked like he was asleep. He's like, yeah, man, I'm always sleeping. Dude slept. He'd wake up. I was farting bad, dude. He was this real gangster, dude.
Huh.
Dude, so I'm all talking shit on the Greyhound, acting like I'm a thug.
Yeah.
I was listening to Lil Wayne. I'm like, yeah, let me know what you get them bricks for. And he's like, oh, yeah, bet. So, dude, afterwards, he thought he was about to sell like a QP to me. I was just talking shit.
Wow.
Dude, he's got his friends brought this shit to the Greyhound place.
Wow.
Dude, he showed me a gun on the Greyhound. You could do anything on the Greyhound. Dude had a gun right there, loaded, bullets.
You got to act like you're actually like shopping for drugs.
Dude cocked one and put it in the chamber.
Wow.
Yeah. I went and looked at the trunk. It was a big bag of weed, probably like, dude, over a pound of weed.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, 1,100, man. I'll give you most that.
Man.
I was like, yeah, I got to look at some other investments.
I'm shopping around a little bit right now. Yeah, we're just checking it.
I know we're at the Greyhound at a Walmart 3 a.m. in Alabama.
I'll have my people check it out.
Yeah.
The problem with weed as opposed to coke is you can't even just do like the pinky and the,
Right.
You know, weed is just
They'll burn one with you, and then but then it's like, what about this huge garbage bag of shit? Is that good?
I'm sure
too?
it's good weed, but it's like
And nowadays, if you have bad weed, it's like you did this on purpose.
Yeah, nobody has bad weed anymore.
You can't even find bad weed.
They don't make weed with like seeds and shit anymore.
One time I was in Florida. With me, it's always a girl, dude. I was in Florida, single, spring break, and there was a chick there. It was like 2 groups of friends, and these were all like some spoiled rich kids. They didn't know anything about weed or anything, so they were like, "No, Kelsey, do you want to go to prison buying weed?" I was like, "I'll get you some shit." So we go. I didn't know nothing about weed either. I was young, 18. And dude, I ended up buying potting soil for like $50, dude. I had no clue it wasn't
How'd
weed.
you find it?
Just some dude on the street.
Walk around, and start talking to people.
Yeah, well, there was dudes walking around Florida acting like everywhere you go, especially now. But they'd be like, smoke, smoke, smoke. And these people were scared. They were like, "You're gonna get ripped off."
And I was all like,
"Yep." I was all like, "Man, you guys are afraid." I went over to him. I got ripped off.
How'd they get you with potting soil?
What they do is they wrap it up in all these little cellophane bags. And they go, "The cops are coming. The cops are coming." It's like, bro, these are Florida police. They're not coming.
Yeah, and we're buying like an eighth a week.
They're doing domestic violence right now. Yeah. Dude, $50 bought potting soil.
Wow.
And then the bad thing is I found the dude and brought it back. He's like, "You could smoke it. It's just dried out." And then she tried smoking straight up dirt. Like, dude, twigs in it, to fucking dirt on her teeth.
Man. That's how much she trusted this guy.
Yep. This is what your kids are doing when they go to spring break.
Wow. That guy, just imagine being that guy and trying to pull that move. Think about that. How bold that is. You sold somebody a bag of dirt. They come back and confront you, and you say, "No, you can actually smoke the dirt."
Yeah.
And you're just standing there watching them smoke dirt. That's incredible.
Trying to light it up.
That is so
You
bold.
gotta try it out. He told us put it in the microwave. We were trying to find a microwave.
And afterwards, you come back. They're like, "No, it didn't work." It's like, "No, you gotta inject the dirt."
Yeah.
Get you a spoon, light it up.
Dude, that was the move. You guys sell the fake stuff like soap. People used to do that back when crack. I remember crack had a little era in Ohio. I think people still do crack. Like, go up to Washington Heights. You'll see people doing
They
crack.
call it freebase.
Yeah.
It's like just a cheaper way to do coke. You make it stretch.
What do you call it, dude? My friends used to take pieces of soap at blood banks. This is before TikTok. Like, remember you had to entertain yourself before phones?
Yeah.
And go do stuff? My friends would go down to the plasma and the blood banks where you get money for that. And they would break up little pieces of soap and put it in the carpet and watch the crackheads. It'd be like a 3-4 hour event. We wouldn't even be recording it.
Yeah.
And they would just watch the crackheads sneak over and get the soap, and try to be all sneaky. They'll put their foot on it. It would be like 45 minutes just to get this soap. And we're just sitting there.
I mean, that as if somebody who had a bag of crack just drops a bunch of crack. They're like, leave it there.
Right.
Yeah, who cares? It's
at
just
the
a little
blood
bit of
bank.
Crack. Yeah. At the blood bank of all places, too.
And they would spot it, dude. You put a little piece. People would walk in the bro, them. I'm telling you, there's something about, I guess when you're that addicted to a drug, like I feel bad for crackheads whenever they salt the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, dude, you see them.
Well, I think it's just your brain gets rewired just to look for stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know that like there's a 1% chance this is actually crack, but I'm taking that chance.
It might be salt.
It's like a lottery ticket. I mean, it might be you.
They'd come inside mad because they'd put soap in my bowl. They'd be mad. They'd smoke it.
Wow.
And see it's soap. And then they'd sit down and do it again 35 more times.
Wow.
Same piece. They'll still try it.
Yeah. I think now it's much easier for those guys. Crack was a much more like elaborate thing to do. But now I think getting pills is a much easier thing for people to get it,
I just went along for the ride. I always was terrified of that stuff.
Yeah.
Pills especially. You could take a pill, you could die.
Yeah, you don't know what people are doing or what. Yeah.
I remember back when Oxycontins were big, man. Dude, everybody was on them. People were dating like nurses to get the script pads. Remember?
Wow.
It was getting crazy. I knew a kid did it.
Yeah.
He used to get unlimited Oxycontins, man. Made like 60 grand before he got popped. He got caught with 3 Oxys. It was 3 felonies.
Wow.
He had to go to CCA, you know, them correctional the drug rehab. It's right before jail. They let you out at night or something.
Oh, jeez.
He said he hated CCA worse than the pen because when you're in prison, at least you can get stuff to do. He's like, CCA, it's just you in a bucket. You just fill a bucket with water and curl it.
Wow.
And that's it. You do like sets of 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I guess at least like the thing with prison, you know what always sucks to me about prison is that just like going to Planet Fitness or Blink, you know there's an entire jail, there's only like 3 bench presses.
Right.
They never get it right.
And you just have an hour.
You got an hour, so like, and you know like the gangs are the ones that get the bench press.
Yep.
So it's like if you're not in the gang, it's like you don't even get to work out.
Man, can you imagine?
I'd be so pissed off.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I got locked up, I'd probably just want to bench press all day.
Yeah, at least you get to get in shape.
You start hitting them weights.
But just imagine like you're like sitting across the yard and you're watching the Aryan Brotherhood. And
right.
they're actually getting bench press, squat, deadlift.
Clank.
You got to do like the Thigh Master or something.
Oh yeah, running laps.
Yeah, you're doing just like burpees and stuff.
I just heard this crazy prison story, bro, about this dude who was lying about his paperwork, and they were acting like they were gonna let him in a gang.
Oh yeah.
And dude, they were like, you know, the thing about criminals. Have you ever really hung out with any real criminals?
Briefly.
One thing I've learned about criminals, you can't trust them.
Yeah.
And they're so trustworthy. Like, they're so good at that.
They want you to trust them so bad.
They'll
That's the
be
problem.
like your friend for 5 years.
Yeah.
And stab you in the back.
Yep.
I had one, he's telling me, bro, it's cool, chill out. He's all laughing, everything's cool. Pulls out a gun out on me.
Yeah.
1 second later, he wanted me to walk with him. He was doing anything in his power to trick me to pull that gun out.
Anytime you're in a situation where someone's telling you to calm down, it's like you should not calm down. There's a reason you're feeling, your spidey sense is tingling. And
right.
It's like, a non-criminal is not going to try to get you to calm down.
Right.
They're going to be like, all right, whatever, you do what you want to do.
Right.
But when a real criminal guy is always going to tell you, like, no, what are you mad about? You know, what are you worried about?
You could always tell those people they get you with the eyes. You ever have somebody tell I get you all 4 of them, you know?
No, but it's like, even when the one time I got mugged in New York City, right before I got mugged, the guy said, hey, if I wanted to rob you, I would have already robbed you. And the guy he's looking at me like, what do you I'm not going to rob you. What are you talking about?
Right.
And it's like a regular person wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even occur to them.
I didn't think you were, but
exactly.
now with this new information.
Yeah. I got to take this into account. But yeah, criminals like that. They're always like, they're very self-conscious about how they come across. There's no like, they can't play it cool.
Dude, one time, this is the best robbery story, and I never even told this before, actually. You know what's funny? It was back in my drinking days. I kind of forgot about it. But anyways, I used to do task rabbit. I'd always have tools on me and stuff. So I was really on edge, dude. I was living in the Bronx. It puts a certain mentality on you. You're working all day. People are constantly messing with you, bro. Like, especially in the Bronx, like, people messed with me 24/7. You would get it too. They just
Very
think,
aggressive.
oh, this dude, I could say, like, this dude was trying to sell me speak. I'm walking into like a Kennedy's fried chicken place, and he's trying to sell me speakers. And dude, I'm so mad at this point. I just had an incident on the train or something, drinking a little bit, had my tools on me. And this dude's like, I'm trying to say, he goes, I'm selling these speakers. I'm like, I don't got no money, man. He goes, I ain't ask if you got money, man. And he got real cocky with me. He goes, matter of fact, man, give me your shit. And dude, he tried robbing me, and I pulled my hammer out and I robbed his ass.
Wow.
He had no weapons. I had a screwdriver in one hand. I was like, you think I'm playing with you? I started banging it at his feet. He's like, you're crazy, dude. I chased him down the block.
Wow.
With my tools and everything, as hard as I could run. Dude, this cat's like, yo, chill. I'm swinging the hammer at him.
Wow.
I'm like, give me your shit. And dude, he emptied out his pockets, man. I made like $23 off the dude. I took his speaker. I'm like, if I ever see you around here, I'm messing you up on sight.
Wow.
And dude, the dude tried robbing me, and I robbed him.
Jeez.
Imagine that.
I guess that's just, that's part of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story he gets to tell.
Never seen the dude again.
Wow.
Took his speaker.
Yeah.
And then I pissed in it right in front of him. I ripped the top off and started peeing in it.
Wow.
I was just angry.
Yeah, that's
like,
the rage coming out.
Sell this shit now.
Yeah. Wow. It's pretty smart to just carry around a hammer like that.
Oh, bro, if you got a hammer
That's
in
a
New
pretty
York,
terrifying thing to get hit with.
especially you start swinging at somebody, you know I could act nuts.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody's gonna cry now.
Well, it's not even like it's a bat where it's this gigantic thing. With a hammer, you just want to cross.
To even sell it more, I did a sketch with the hammer like 2 months before. You ever see the sketch where we covered it in fake blood? So it looked like it had all this red paint on it.
Yeah. Jeez.
I was saying crazy shit. I'm gonna eat your brains.
The thing about like that is that you can't even bring those emotions back voluntarily. You got to be in the moment for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever snap like that, dude? I probably 3 or 4 times in my life I snapped so hard like that.
Yeah. I don't think it's ever come up.
I knew I wasn't gonna hurt him though. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But then what if he pulled out a gun? Then I actually have to smack
It's just
him in the
reflexes
head.
at that point. Yeah.
But dude, I was just so mad. And the dude was trying to rob me. He was acting like he had a weapon.
Yeah, the
like,
same thing happened to me.
That's what they do.
That's like
I'm gonna stab you.
that thing with that move of like acting like I'm gonna pull out a gun. It's like you would have already pulled it out.
Right.
There's no way you would just keep it in your waist like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a movie move. That's not something people actually like. No, it's never gonna be like, oh, it turns out the guy actually did have a gun.
Right.
It's like, no.
He just waited 4 minutes.
Yeah, right. He waited until I hit him in the head with a hammer. It's like, that would have come out.
Yeah, dude. That was my best robbery story. I mean, I've been robbed. People got me so good before, like the gold chain story. That's a true story. I was living with somebody. Like, I just moved in that night. That's always about they want to see if they could threaten you. Yeah. I was like Ohio, all timid and shy when I first moved to New York.
Right.
Not that all people in Ohio are. I mean, I know people that are nuts that just want to deal with it. But I just wanted to do comedy. I didn't want no problems.
Well, you just get to the big city. You are in kind of like vulnerable
Everything's
situation.
your spidey sense is going crazy.
Yeah. Well, there's just more stimulus going on.
And I'll never forget the dude was like, man, take off your gold chain, bro. He's like, you're going to get robbed. There's people that are waiting for you right there. I don't want them to get it. And I was like, man, good looking out. He was so nice. And he just snatched it out of my hand. He's like, you going to do something?
Wow.
I was like, no.
Was it a real gold chain?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
How nice was the chain? Was it like?
It was nice. It had sentimental value as my mom's gold chain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have you worn jewelry since?
No. And I had a girl I knew had a family member get shot over a gold chain too. See, that's the thing, bro. It's like, I don't want to wear a gold chain that bad to wear. If somebody's like, oh, I can get $50 out that, your life's over.
That's what's crazy is that like in the 80s when like crime was like nuts in New York City. People talk about crime being up now in New York City.
Right.
That's nothing compared to like the 80s and 90s.
You talk to these people that...
I mean, like crime right now is back to like 2010 level.
Yeah.
But you go back to the 80s, it was like Thunderdome, Warriors.
Right.
New York
Knives
City.
everywhere.
But what's crazy too is that like back in the 80s, that's when gold chains were actually in.
The big ones too.
The big crazy
thick
gold
ones.
Dookie ring gold chains. It's
New
like
Jack City.
Exactly, but it's like how was that? Why were people even doing that when crime was that bad? And now crime's down. No one wears that kind of shit anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you do, you get caught.
Yeah.
Get caught out there.
Yeah.
People don't understand the mentality of somebody they're starving. When you get people out in the Bronx, man, they would walk around late at night. I'm hungry. I was one of them. I'd be out there with them. They'd be like having my back. Like, listen, man, if you go down there, I'm telling you, they'll hook you up. You can't take advantage. But if you're just nice and cordial, they'll give you a little cheese sandwich at this deli late at night. The dude's cool.
Wow.
And they like had my back. He's like, I already got mine tonight, but I know I'm good. Tell him you'll take out the trash or something. And some people are cool about that. But then the other thing is, you get somebody come walking down with a gold chain, they're going to kill his ass.
Right.
They want that chain. There ain't no cameras in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Even if there is. That's why I don't wear it. Like, I remember even starter jackets, anything people used to bust you down for.
Well, what's funny now is that you're carrying a phone that's worth $1,000.
Right.
You don't really get robbed for that anymore.
Yeah, it's like people still do it though.
People do, but not as much as they used to.
You know where they get you with the phones in New York is they snatch it when you're talking on it.
Yeah,
and this way they pull up your cash app.
Yeah, they Venmo themselves or something.
Yeah.
But the phone itself is not really worth anything anymore, just because it's such a you're gonna get tracked.
Right. As long as it's unlocked, it's worth something.
Yeah.
That's where you run into problems. People go unlock your shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you feel like doesn't even occur to me about getting robbed anymore. Maybe I'm setting myself up, but like I'm out, late nights.
I think people just know, like, well, one, you're not rocking a gold chain or some if you had some size 10 and a half
I think
or
people,
12 Jordans.
The reason why like that kind of crime is down. First off, people don't carry cash anymore.
Right.
So there's not really worth stealing somebody's wallet. I mean, like.
But people still steal shoes. I just seen it. Dude was on the train with no shoes. Pissed off.
Yeah.
Got my J's, man.
Yeah, that's if you have like real cool sneakers. But
yeah.
Most regular guys aren't wearing like sneakers that are worth stealing.
Right.
The only thing anybody really has that's worth stealing is maybe their phone if you're like real smart with it.
Right.
But there's nothing like, somebody takes
headphones, those Beats headphones.
Even then, though.
People are snagging them things.
Yeah, but it's not like wearing a gold chain and a watch or something.
I know,
where
dude.
Someone just, runs your shit. Or if people are used to carry all their money in cash.
Yeah. I know a dude used to break in houses all the time back in the day when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about it, and he's like, yeah, he goes, nah, man, nowadays the internet's the new breaking and entering. He's like, you just order stuff online maybe, and then...
you steal credit card numbers and shit.
Yeah, he's like, you could just order it to come and say it didn't come. I wonder how much that really works.
Oh, it works. I mean, especially guys who know how that scam.
Do you think you could do it with a nice camera, though? I feel like there would be an investigation.
No.
Exactly.
I mean, like, there's a chance that they would shut down your account or something, but they're not sending, like, cops after you.
For, like, a $10,000 camera.
That you wouldn't be able to pull off.
Oh, you don't think?
Nah.
Because they make you sign for it.
They make you sign for it, yeah.
That's when they rob the delivery driver. That's the real way to do it.
Even then, though, I mean, guys who are actually doing that kind of crime, they're not doing, like, run up on you with a gun crime anymore. It's just not worth it.
You don't think they're ordering the camera from the delivery driver, then they have somebody else show up?
Nah. Those guys now, all they do is they just get stolen credit cards off the dark web. And then they just order it.
Run them
up. And they just have it.
What about the people, man? You ever hear of Summit Racing? They got all the car parts.
Oh, yeah.
I heard a story of this dude from my hometown. He used to jack the Summit trucks. He'd have all different names, and then that's what he'd do. When the Summit truck would pull up to the abandoned house to drop off the stuff, he'd show up with a gun. But this is in the 80s.
Wow, 90s. You're stealing radiators and shit?
Bro, like $10,000 race engines and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Tires, everything.
Man.
They busted him because he put his car in the damn Summit magazine.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you even do with a race car engine?
You would go race with it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not even like you can't fence that off somewhere.
Well, you go get pictures of it.
Yeah.
Bro, he put it in the company's magazine that he stole from, so they busted him.
Oh, wow.
It's like, these are all our parts that just got stolen.
Yeah. That's the problem with stealing anything is that, I mean, nothing is actually worth retail value.
Right.
If you're stealing a bunch of TVs or something that the TV sells at Best Buy for $1,000,
Bro.
You're getting like $200 on Facebook Marketplace for it.
Can you imagine? Remember, people were kicking down doors. These TVs that like a 37-inch flat screen LCD TV was about $4,000.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Well, even before flat screens, and it was just the big ass box TVs.
Oh,
People
yeah.
were getting robbed for those.
Yeah, the big projector ones.
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd even steal that. But, bro, breaking and entering went up when them flat screens came out.
Yeah, when
people
they were still pricey.
Bro, they see that box in front of your house. Oh, we hitting them tonight.
Yeah.
And then, these people got locked up to 10 years. And then, they get out and see their $99.
Yeah, you can't give away TVs anymore.
Fuck no. Dude, one work, somebody threw it away.
Yeah.
They're like,
This big ass TV, 55 inches. It was like less than $200.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, working TVs, you can give them away now.
Yeah.
Especially like a 42-inch.
Yeah.
37-inch, forget about it.
That's the thing. Imagine getting out of jail. Thinking about the thing you went into jail for. And now it's not even like, people are just like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You went to jail for weed?
Man, I seen they've been busting prostitutes in New York now. I thought that was legal.
I think it depends on like the situation. If you're like sex trafficked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they found in Queens, I guess. They found this girl, man, her boyfriend made her become a prostitute so he could pay his child support off.
Right, yeah.
It's
yeah, if
crazy
you go
shit
along
even
like
do that.
Jackson Heights, Elmhurst, and 7 Train,
Yeah.
like it's all like, there's hookers everywhere.
That's the same place where you could buy stolen property easy. Drills, MacBooks.
Yep. That's all like, Facebook Marketplace stuff is all right there.
Remember the one hustle people used to do with Rent-A-Center? They'd rent it and sell the stuff.
Oh, wow.
And be like, yo, do what you got to do, man. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
People would be like, what do you mean?
That's like your car scam, where it's like, you just fucked up your own credit just to make a few $100.
Yeah. I bought a Rent-A-Center couch, man. I had 2 nice ones, man. I think about $6,000 worth of leather couches I got.
Yeah.
I think I spent like $70,
Yeah.
$80.
It's got to feel like, you ever hear about like in like the 80s, like Goodfellas kind of heists?
Oh, yeah.
Where like
suits.
the mob just like, they steal a whole truck and they sell a bunch of suits.
Yeah.
Or it's like briefcases or something. You still see those. I mean, like on Facebook Marketplace, I was trying to buy like dumbbells, like free weights. And there's just like hundreds of the exact same Bowflex weights.
Yeah.
And they're all like $100, even though they retail for like $400. I wonder, was that just like a heist?
And you got to pick them up in Jackson Heights.
Yeah, well, you got to go to Jersey or something for them.
Well, you know where there is too? A lot of these places have these things like they overstock it and they just got to get rid of it. Like I worked at this car dealership one time and they, for some reason, I don't know, they just expected to sell way more. So there was this whole back room of these GT tailpipes.
Yeah.
And dude, there was about 3,000 of them.
Wow.
And they just were like, yeah, you could just throw them away or sell them. So this dude's still trying to sell them.
That is such a pain in the ass to do.
Dude, he just takes the pipes everywhere. He probably lost money, bro.
Yeah,
he's always moving the pipes.
He was so excited to get him, probably.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when he first got him, he stayed up all night. It was my neighbor, actually. And he had the lights on the pipe, a little light on it. He was so proud to have all these pipes in the plastic. And we just, like, it was fun hanging with. I sat there. I looked at the pipes for like 2 hours with him. I'm like, yeah, all right, man.
That's another one?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's just showing me, look, this got the long back on it.
Jeez. That guy was probably thought he was set for life. He
really did.
It's like, man, I'm going to pass these to my grandkids.
And he probably still could.
But it's like, that's the thing. When you have a bunch of goods like that, you end up having an entire job of just getting rid of them.
Trying to sell them. He's at flea markets.
Yeah, all these people that are stealing catalytic converters. So you got to find somebody who's willing to buy this.
That's what I really want. Dude, that's the one.
There's a buyer somewhere who's like, I'll take it.
I've been wanting to know where do they go? Dude, this is something I've been wondering for years, ever since my friends got stolen.
Yeah.
And people said, oh, yeah, Queens, forget about it. You're guaranteed going to, unless you're in Astoria, that thing's getting took.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, there's thousands of Cadillac converters get stolen every day in New York.
Yep.
I don't understand. Are they taking them to a place and melting them down?
I think it was just one guy who was like, I'll do, because they melt them down. They are valuable metal.
Yeah.
It's like platinum or something inside of it.
Who's buying all these things?
It's the Chinese or something. I don't know.
What are you making gold chains out of them?
It's like rare. It's one of those things where like somehow you melt it down to make like a rare platinum and they use that to make cell phones or something.
Wow.
That's one of those like dark, that's like the kind of crime where it's like there's an entire like supply chain that has to happen afterwards. It's not like stealing a TV or a computer. It's like, no, this is getting melted down and sent to Africa or something.
Bro, I don't see what you think they'd run out of people buying them.
Well, every single car needs a catalytic converter. Every gas car, at least. Yeah. So you figure, I don't know, they got to get them somewhere. So they're probably just ending up back at Ford or something, or Toyota.
It's crazy. People like in the car dealerships too, bro. People go there and rip them all one night. It's a free for all. Imagine you own a car dealership. You don't care. You get the insurance. Yeah. But you just come there and you got 3,000 cars and you're missing about 900 Cadillac converters. Man. You got to pay mechanics to put them on. I mean, it's an insurance claim, I'm sure.
Well, the car is worthless at that point.
Right.
You can't drive it.
You got to start it up.
Yeah.
Oh, they got another one, Jim. They used to always steal stuff when we worked at the car dealership. They said, hey, guys, we're firing the nighttime lot attendant. They made this big thing. Yeah. They're like, we just feel like we got lights instead. And, we feel like it's going to do the same thing. And she worked there for like 30 years. Wow. So they had a party for her. Bro, every day people were jacking stuff out of the dealership from the day she got fired. Wow. I'm telling you, aluminum rims, parts of cars, dude. Wow. Just busting out the window, unlocking the door, taking the seats.
Yeah.
And then they could never get another person to work there.
Wow.
Nobody wanted to work minimum wage just walking around on a lot all night.
Yeah. It's crazy that there's some people, because like I don't think me or you, even if we saw a car that was like on a lot unlocked and we saw there was no camera, it's like I could guarantee you I could steal that seat.
Right.
I could get away with it. There's zero chance to get caught. We wouldn't do it. It's because like what the fuck are we gonna do with the seat?
Yeah, then he's just carrying a seat around.
But there's some people who have that mentality of like, all right, right now, because you, like I always say, you go from being not a criminal to a criminal in like a second.
Right.
But you make that decision of like, all right, I guess I'm just a guy who steals seats now.
Yeah.
And then not only do you got to steal the seat, you got to find someone else who's buying car seats.
Right.
So you just gave yourself an entire mission.
That particular seat.
And exactly. Yeah, you're getting a Honda Civic seat, and it's like, what are you making off of that? What, like $80?
That's the hustler's mentality.
I guess.
So people, I ain't going to work.
Some guys, it's like, yeah, if you go in their garage, it's like, all right, I got one seat. I got a TV from 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, I got a PS3 I'm still trying to sell.
I'm just waiting for the 7 years to drop off.
Well, I'm waiting for somebody who wants to buy. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they put serial numbers on every single part of cars now.
Right.
Like a little tie rod would have a serial number.
Yeah.
So if that was stolen, it's an issue. Yeah, dude, I've been wrapped up in crimes that had nothing to do with me. Like, I'll never forget, man. I don't even know if I could say, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine.
Certain individual.
Yeah, certain individual bought a Blazer very cheap. Okay, one of these K2 monster truck Blazers, aluminum rims, convertible top, nice Blazer.
Right.
Very cheap from like this country town a couple hours away from his hometown. So anyways, they're driving it back home, and there's no title. The dude knows there's no title because it's strictly for parts. He said it was totaled out and rebuilt, salvage title. Owner passed away. Gave me about 7 different excuses.
Yep.
Which that's how you know the person's lying. It's like it can't be all 7 things. It got to be one.
Technically, this is a Canadian car, so I got to,
that's Hoosier tires on that thing. Then they tell you one good thing about it. Them are Hoosiers. It's always the people with the eye. You ever have these guys trying to convince you with the eyes? Those are Hoosiers.
Yeah. So
snow and mud.
Yeah. It's Kumo tires.
Hoosiers. Yeah. Give you all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I get the car home, and the guy's like, he sees I'm posting pictures of it. He's like, oh man, take those down. That thing's stolen now. You gotta get rid of that.
Wow.
The individual's neighbor was a cop.
Oh, wow.
Dude, coming in and out every day with the cruiser, and this certain individual now has a stolen Blazer.
Just parked outside?
Then at this point, it was in the garage. It was so hard to get in the garage.
So it's like a monster truck, right?
They had to let air out of the tires.
Wow.
Just to get it in the garage.
Yeah.
Dude, skipping school, 3 days, up straight, stripping all the parts out the car.
Wow.
What do you do at that point? I just bought this stolen car. Saying, I put the rims on my car. I just wanted it mainly for the rims. Tell me why this guy I work for, dude. Small world. It's his son's rims.
Wow.
Bro, they're very distinctive rims.
Wow.
What?
How did it end?
I just said, look, man, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah. It is what it is.
At a certain point, somebody just keeps bitching at you. You got to be like...
the car was totaled, right?
Who knows?
Oh, jeez. What do you even... how much is it worth if you break a car like that down and sell it for parts?
Oh, you can get good money. It had like a 400 engine.
Yeah.
I think one of those small blocks of that 400 trans or something. And then, you sell the fenders. It all depends to the individual that wants it. But the rims and tires alone were probably worth about $800 to $1,000.
Wow.
And then, the engine's probably worth another $500, transmission $300.
That's the kind of crime I think it's like you definitely got to know about cars to commit that kind of crime.
Yeah.
'Cause if you gave me a car like that and just told me to sell it for parts, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Right.
I would take the stereo out maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, dig for some change in the seats. But yeah, I don't know how to sell a door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, dude, you can get wrapped up in stuff. I felt bad for my friend. It was all, long story, but I ended up working for the dude, and it was kind of funny karma because he wouldn't pay me right anyway, so I wasn't working for him no more when he seen the Blazer.
Yeah.
You know, I bought some parts off my buddy. I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I got my car stolen and I found out somebody else bought the stolen parts, it's like I wouldn't be that mad at it.
Right. It's
I mean,
like,
the
hey,
thing is
bro,
gone.
you know, I paid for these.
Wouldn't you rather it's somebody you know in the family?
And then the thing is, you got to act like you don't know who stole it. It's like, man, look, I don't know, man. I don't know what his name was.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how do you not know his name?
All right, yeah. Plus, it's like even if I told you, it's like, what are you going to show up with the bat?
Dude, one of my friends stole my diet scale. You know, I was trying to be all healthy, 6 ounces of chicken, and he stole it to like be a drug dealer. And
Wow.
it's like, bro, you were the only person at my house. Like, do you think I stole it from myself?
Well, it's like you're already going to commit a crime. Why are you starting with another crime?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And-
like a $40 investment.
And it's a friend. Yeah, I know you, dude. I had you at my house.
Yeah.
Who do I think? Yeah, I know you stole it.
Go to Bed Bath & Beyond and buy a scale.
Right.
Yeah, you're trying to start a business. You got to just start this right.
Yeah. You can't start a business off with negative karma.
Yeah.
Steal from Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
Go get that scale there. Anyways, it still comes up between me and the dude. I'm like, yeah, you got me for that $30.
Yeah.
Some people just don't want to admit it.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I told you it wasn't me. I wanted to. You know who stole from you? It's the person that helps you look for it the hardest.
Oh, yeah.
Most people are like, well, if you can't find it, what makes you think I could?
Right.
But you get that person moving the fridge. Nah, there was 300 on top of the fridge. I know because I put it here.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's gone. Start
Yeah.
calling people. Who was here? The mailman knocked on the door. Did he come in the house?
Yeah.
You know, no, I think it was you that stole it from me. The person that placed the money on top of the fridge, and then it was gone.
I always think like I even looking around my room, there is so little that's actually worth stealing
Yeah.
from anything. If you walk into this room right now, I mean, like even aside from my computer, that's about it.
Yeah.
And nothing I own is worth stealing in the sense that like it's going to be more of a pain in the ass for you to move it than it is going to be that you're going to get to sell it at this point.
And people that those crimes mess you up for life. If people that do steal, they always think somebody's stealing from them. Like,
Yeah.
Look, I don't think my father, he'll do little crimes. Like he'll go to Home Depot and he'll say, I got 6 washers there when it knows he's got 5.
Yeah.
And then he'll be all nervous. You know, I see it in his face. It's like 8 cents for the washer.
Yeah.
But I think people stole from my father so long growing up. Like that he's just scarred from it. Maybe he did a little bit of stuff himself that I don't know about, you know.
But
Who
he's
knows?
not like gonna get into someone's house and steal their scale.
I could never see him doing that.
Yeah.
No. But you know, I don't know. My father was one of these street dudes when he was younger. And either way, he would always hide stuff. Like he'd be worried people would steal from us. So he'd hide it like in the attic. Like you'd be looking like, yo, I can't find, I'd
Trying
be
to find
looking
a Christmas
for something.
tree or something. Yeah.
And it'd be, no, it's in the attic. It'd be like the VCR. While we were getting ready to leave, I threw it up in the attic real
Wow.
quick. And you're like, dude, what?
That's the poverty mentality.
Can't find nothing.
Yeah.
Where's my toys? It's in the attic.
Yeah, they're coming for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the kind of guy where you look in their house and you find money somewhere.
Bench press in the living room.
Yeah, well, there's just like $15 hidden in the dirt somewhere or something.
Yeah. We busted somebody breaking in our house too one time, man. He lived right behind us. Started coming over all the time, looking all in the windows.
Yeah.
Crackhead Tony. You know what's crazy? This dude was such a good friend of my family's. All my uncles choked him out, and he still would come over.
Wow.
I'd get tired of like he'd start swearing. You know, all my uncles would be swearing. Then Tony would swear, and they'd be like, "There's kids over here," and they'd choke him out. And then they'd be like, "Yeah, no." He backed into my Fiat in '81. I was always pissed off about
Wow.
him. It's like they just choked him out.
Man, what
Dude,
a
he
life.
caught his own house on fire one time smoking crack and ran to our house. He's like, hide me. We're like, what'd you do? He's like, I caught my house on fire by mistake. We're like, you should probably go
Yeah.
back.
Hide you from what? The fire?
He was all high on crack.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I wonder what it was like back in the day. Like, can you imagine? Because I know the stress whenever I have to move of just trying to get rid of my stuff.
Yeah.
And you end up trying to sell some stuff on Craigslist, or like I remember having to sell my keyboard or something before I moved to New York. Imagine the stress of having to sell something on Facebook Marketplace and being addicted to drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't, you know how it is dealing with people on, like, when you try to buy something online. It's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
People negotiating. They're trying to bring you down a little bit. And you got to go figure out what time they're going to come over. Or they got to call you when you're there.
And them drug addicts will keep calling you.
But I mean, like, imagine if you were like, you're addicted to Oxy or something.
Right.
And you got to sell this laptop. And it's like, this guy just keeps trying to chisel you down by $20.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man.
Or even worse, you know what those drug addicts probably hate the most? Those I want to think about it guys.
Yeah, right? We're shopping around.
What do you mean you want to think about it?
It's a MacBook.
They'll keep calling you. Come on. Hey, I was just wondering, I was just calling you back again, seeing if you want to get them nunchucks.
You're in the car driving home. You keep getting phone calls.
Yeah, they light up. I don't know if I told you they light up.
$15.
Yeah.
Do this $10 right now cash.
A black belt owned them.
Yeah.
They'll keep coming, knocking on your door.
Yeah.
I got them nunchucks.
Yeah.
I was just seeing. Yo, how'd you find out where I live at?
Yeah, that's a motivated seller.
Yeah, dude, they will sell it. Be like, here, man, leave me the fuck alone. Here.
That's my new thing. Next time I move, I'm not selling shit. Everything is just gone. I'm giving it away. I don't know, whoever. I mean, I'm taking my computer and that's it. Everything else, it's like, you give this to Salvation Army or just, it's free.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I want to travel lighter. Like, even these lights are too much.
It's anything that's less than like, unless I'm making over $1,000, it's like, this shit is gone.
Right.
I'm not dealing with any of this.
I want to just get rid of my stuff. I might downsize the lights a little. All I have is a camera and a computer right
Everything
now.
else is, everything else can be replaced.
Right.
Anything, you shouldn't move with more. Whenever we like do moving jobs and someone has like 20 boxes of shit and you open up one of the boxes and it's just like, Target bags or something.
Yeah.
And they just have, just like a lamp.
That costs $4.
A bunch of books and shit. It's like, just get rid of all this stuff.
Yeah, dude, I did a moving job. I felt so bad for this girl. I cut down the cost as much as I could, but everything that could have went wrong. First off, she was a non-packer.
Yeah.
You already know that you just show up. Oh, I thought we were moving today. Oh, no, we are. We have nothing packed at all.
Yeah.
And then she lives in this building where she was like renting a subleasing off a friend. Dude, the hallways are as long as a damn football field.
Yeah.
And then you got to wait on the one elevator. And then she didn't reserve the elevator. So now I'm there about 3-4 hours before anything even happens.
Yeah.
$125 an hour. We're already looking at $500 plus Task Rabbit's cut. Everything she owned probably cost about $300.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm sitting there like, all right, well, what do you want to do? She's like, can you just cut down the time that... I'm like, look, I could take off sometime. And then we're taking one thing at a time down this hallway. No boxes. Whole move took about 8 hours. Came to about $1,100.
Wow.
She shows up at the new place. They're like, oh, no, yeah, we told you yesterday you can't move until tomorrow.
Oh,
dude,
wow.
it's raining. She's like, fuck it. She just left her stuff there and still had to pay me, bro.
Oh, my God.
Everything's in the rain. I still had to charge her $500.
And then you like add up all of her stuff, and it's like you could have bought all new stuff.
She had a mattress, everything from the dollar store.
Yeah, right.
Literally $300, a little IKEA thing that was broke.
People have like boxes, and they're moving upstairs, and the box is filled with paper towels.
Right.
It's like, I never know I'm gonna need paper towels. It's like, you're paying me so much money to do this.
Right.
This is stupid.
I had a dude hire me for a moving job once with the van and everything. He's like, I can't get nobody else. I put it off. I waited. I just need you to move some bags downstairs to the trash. Dude, his whole apartment was filled with trash. He's like, it's okay if you have to plug your nose. I get it. I'm used to it. Dude, it stunk. Dude, I moved down about 70 trash bags. Took my time. Dude paid me like $300-$400 just to take his trash out of his apartment. Pizza boxes, dude, stacked to the ceiling like he was collecting them.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you got 10-foot high ceilings. How'd you get that box up there?
Right. Yeah. Just hoarders. Yeah.
$500-$600. People get that money. They work from home.
Yeah.
Don't go down the steps. He's like, what's the weather been like outside the last few weeks? I'm like, dude, when's the last time you went outside?
Jesus Christ.